Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Hey, Jesse. How's it going?
Pretty good.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning is right. My hair is still not, it's a piece of work now. It's a lot of molding clay in here now, Haley. These wings are coming out.
And hello to everybody who is joining us for today's session. I'm really looking forward to today because it's going to be all about video. And we know how important video is, especially in the new normal. For those of you who are joining for the first time, welcome to the Level Up series. How many of you guys, I'm curious, you can write in the chat, how many of you have already joined one of our Level Up webinars? And how many of you are joining for the very first time? I would be curious to know. In case you're wondering if this is your first time joining us, there are actually a few ways that you can interact with us. You can either write in the chat. Be sure to, if you want to write everybody, be sure to write to panelists and attendees. Otherwise, you're just going to be sending a message to me, which is great. I would love to receive it. But if you want to send your message to everyone, be sure to enable that your chat goes to all attendees. We are going to be answering questions today during Jesse's session. So if you have a question, please feel free to either write it in the chat or better yet, using the Q&A feature. I'm going to be collecting them and periodically I'll interrupt Jesse so we can make sure your questions are answered. If some of you have already joined a session, I see that most people have already joined one of Jesse's sessions, so welcome back. If you have a question for Jesse about today's topic, or if you've already been trying out some of his methods and techniques, strategies, and you have questions about how it's going, or you want to share a success story, please share. I know a lot of you have been regularly tuning in every week, so it's really great to see you guys come back. And I hope you haven't just been listening, but you've also been implementing, right? So I would be curious, we're a few weeks in now, I would be curious to see how it's going. How many of you have started doing listing videos, posting them on social media? How many of you have been doing a live open house or a listing presentation online? We've been sharing a lot of new normal best practices and techniques, and I would love to hear from you to see how it's been going for you guys and how you've been taking on everything that we've been teaching. So I see some people have been writing. Perfect. So Howard says that he was able to recruit exclusively through online Zoom presentations. That's great. Congratulations. I see someone completed their first, who was that? Keith completed their first listing video last week. That's amazing. Where did you post it? I would be curious to know if it went on Facebook or Instagram. Obviously, you know, Jesse and I love Insta, but Facebook is the tried and true. So, oh, it's on your Facebook page. Perfect, amazing. Well, that's great. It's good to see that you guys have been actually implementing and taking on and putting into practice some of the techniques that Jesse has been sharing with us. So I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Jesse because we do have a lot of content to get through today. So yeah, so Jesse, how's it going? How are you? I see you have your coffee. That means you're ready to go.
Yeah, the coffee's flowing now.
Perfect.
Trying to get the bags under my eyes to kind of lift back up a little bit. I'm not sure. Oh, do you push up? Is that what I should be doing? Get the blood circulating here.
Yeah, there you go. Looking better already.
Yeah, I put my hat back on. I just couldn't, when you're looking at yourself for an hour and a half, when all I'm thinking is, gosh, I need a haircut. And I'm not one of those guys that does like it at home. I'm not doing the quarantine cuts. I'm like, let it grow, let it grow. I can't take it anymore.
I know. I told my husband I want a serious haircut because my hair is getting really long. That's why it's up today.
Yeah.
Just like too long. Need to go to the hairdresser.
Yeah.
I'm sure
A lot of hats.
people are
Wearing a
feeling
lot of
that.
hats these days. So.
Anyway, as I said before, I saw a few more people have been joining in. If you have questions, please be sure to write them in the Q&A. I'm going to go ahead and mute myself and hide my camera. I will be here to gather your questions, and we'll periodically interrupt Jesse so we can ask them. So without further ado, Jesse, I'll let you take it away.
Thanks, Haley. What's up, Remax Europe? How you doing? My goodness, friends. Can you believe it's May already? Almost the middle of May. Wowzers. And we are on, what are we on now? Workshop number 5, round 2 of blockbuster listing seminars here. Oh my gosh. And I am excited to share with you because you know what? Week to week to week, things change, and things change in our real estate industry, and they're changing in our world, and they're changing in how we do business. And we are now in the early phases of implementation in the quote unquote new normal. And just hearing from Haley chat a little bit, some of you have been doing, Zoom recruiting. Some of you have been doing listing videos. We've been selling and doing listing videos, but we're doing them differently. So what you saw a few weeks ago in the listing presentation package, it's going to be a little bit different. So for those of you that thought, I saw this once already, wow, they're missing out because they're going to get a little different treat. And like you say, always open to Q&A. Haley's got a structure here. Let's chat. Let's talk. Here to help as well. So I've got 2 shots of ginger. That's what's going to get me rolling on a Monday. Got some coffee, got a smile, and got a killer presentation for you. So my friends, let's get after it. Da-da-da. So right off the hop, here's a little samples. We're going to talk about how to utilize the power of listing videos to help your homes be seen, showcased, and sold. And kind of as I'm running through this here, you're going to see how and what I do with myself and my team. And kind of what we like is we'd like trying to create an interactive, engaging video commercial showcasing a home, its lifestyle, and what it's all about. As well as you'll take notice that I too am in these listing videos, and I'll share with you my thoughts on that a little bit later on to why we are here. But every single home we shoot gets a listing video, whether you are 50,000 euros or 30 million euros. Okay, every single owner of a property treats that property very special, and when it's time for that home to be bought or sold, it has a story. It deserves to be showcased, and oftentimes people pick and choose when they're going to use video to showcase a home, and oftentimes realtors choose the most expensive ones to showcase via video. Well, guess what? The ones that get you the most amount of business, that get you referred, are the homes that you do a video for where people didn't expect it. Maybe the average home, or the home that didn't, that's a really tough sell. That's what we put on our thinking caps to showcase the value of what these homes are. And as realtors, we have the opportunity to find the silver linings in a home that someone's going to draw to. So as we get into this, I want you to think about how you're going to do videos for every property that you're selling. I just love ending this one here. There's my son Sawyer. I'm a dad of 2 kids. Afternoons, my son doesn't have preschool, and so sometimes he joins us in those videos. So let's keep it rolling. So now, before we kind of get to the treats of what we need to do when we're in front of camera, is you need to understand why video. And you know, these are slides that we've had in our talks and our conversations for 3-4 years now, but I think it's never been more relevant than now. I don't even know if I actually need these slides here. Like, why video? Why not video? We have to stay connected. But you know what? There's some really great numbers here, because I think as realtors, we're beginning to understand the power of video, but our clients need to understand why it's important for their homes to be showcased on video. So these are going to be some stats that you could take photos of, or you could write notes down and share with your clients. All right. So right off the hop, according to a major Australian real estate group, when they surveyed their continent, 403% more inquiries for real estate listings that included a video than those without. Would you take a look at a listing video if it was there? Would your clients, if you went head to head with another realtor who just did photos and you offered photos and video, okay, would you get chosen? Would your clients lean more to you because you're offering more? Probably. Now think about this. The buyers out there feel the same way. They are more likely to see the multimedia package about what their potential future home has to offer when there is a video there. So if you could say to Mr. and Mrs. Seller, hi, we offer video and it's going to give us a 10x, 100x chance to get more eyes on your home, that will in turn begin to help your home be seen and showcased in a faster time than the average day on market. How does that sound? Well, people who own properties also look at it as investments, and this is a great way for their investment to be showcased. Number 2, 73% of homeowners say they're more likely to list with a realtor who offers video. This is just exactly what I was talking about. They want to be working, especially as we move forward, with elite realtors who offer everything to help their clients be seen, showcased, their clients' homes be seen, showcased, and sold. Everything. Would you pick someone who only offered one service for your home? That's like going to get your car tuned up and they only fill your tires, but the place next door says, oh, I'll fill your tires, I'll change your oil, or wipe your windows. Who are you going to choose? And it's usually for the same price. Okay. And that's according to NAR, the National Association of Real Estate here in North America. Number 3. I've seen this time and time again. 99% of realtors who already use video say they'll continue to do so in 2019 and into 2020. Video has never been one of those things, and I've been teaching video and utilizing the power of video in my business for years now, and everyone we teach it to and talk it to and help implement it into their business have never said, no, that didn't work, I'm never doing video again. It doesn't happen, but it does take work to get that video train moving. But once it gets moving, the benefits outweigh the challenges. Let's put it politely. Now, how many of you were on your mobile device today? Probably everybody. I was on this thing like 2 minutes before I jumped on with Haley and you guys, right? And already this morning, and I've been up not even 2 hours, already this morning, I've shared a video with another friend. How many of you have shared a piece of video content or social content in the last 24 hours? Probably a fair amount of you. So think about this. 92% of mobile video viewers share the video with others. So, my friends, again, stacking the cards in your favor. If you are creating a listing video that is put onto social media where the share button lives, you have a 92% chance of that video being shared. So in turn, helping your clients reach new people and helping the Remax brand and you get in front of more people. Think about it. The share button's everywhere. If we continue to create content that's shareable, you'll get shared. You too will get seen and showcased. And the saying, it just keeps going here. The numbers just keep supporting video. And I bring this in because this is kind of like a little bit of a pep talk. For those of you that are like, I'm not into video or I'm still on the fence about it, these numbers alone should help nudge you into the direction of bringing video into your everyday real estate business. So 1,200% social video generates 1,200% more shares than text and image content combined. Okay. I think there's still importance in doing just photos and just text, and there's a place for it, as we've talked about in the social talks. You know, what sort of medium, how do I want to get this message across? But we all know video draws our attention the most. My throat's getting a little dry here, getting a little excited. But when it all comes down to it here, okay, you have to get started. Okay. The numbers will be the numbers, but they mean nothing if you don't start implementing. And often a challenge that I hear from people is, I'm not like you, Jesse. I can't just jump in front of a camera. Or, I'm not very, camera friendly, or I don't have the technology, or, I'm seeing everyone else do it, but, I've done it once and it didn't come out perfect. Well, here's the thing, my friends. Don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. They're further along the journey. I am a chapter 20. Some of you may be a chapter 4 or chapter 5 or chapter 1, but guess what? Every single book starts with a chapter 1. So I too had my chapter 1. I kept reading, I kept moving, I kept practicing, and I'm creating my own book. I don't even know what chapter 24 or 25 are going to look like, but I know who the major characters are going to be. It's going to be me, my community, my clients, and video. That was a pretty interesting story, book analogy there. So now, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, listing videos is what we're going to be talking about today. But guess what? What if you don't have listings? Or what if it's that time in your market where, there's the cycle where it's not always selling, but that you need to stay top of mind? Well, guess what? Video still allows us to stay top of mind. And what I'm going to share with you right now are some different ways that I've utilized the power of video to stay top of mind in between real estate transactions. But before we dive into the types of video, Haley, did anyone have any questions about those numbers or the first groupings of slides?
No, not yet. Everyone is just agreeing with you, and yeah, they're all listening in, but no questions yet.
Okay, awesome, no problem. Okay, so types of videos, and this is the fun stuff, my friends. This is where the fun stuff, where you can get creative with how you are going to connect and deliver value in between selling houses. And as realtors, we need to stay top of mind. And so there's a couple different ways here. I'll just move my camera over here. There's a couple different ways here that I'm going to showcase you how to stay top of mind, how to grab attention. Now this one here, grab their ears, grab their eyes. That's marketing. And here was a little coming soon video. I think these are some opportunities if your house hasn't come to the market yet, but you want to build a little bit of a hype. Here's an idea.
Hey. You want to live in Charleswood? You want a sneak peek of my latest listing? Here's the link. Click it right above me, and I'll send you the details. Stay social.
So for some of you who may not be on your chapter 1, but maybe a chapter 3 or 4 of your video journey, this is a fun one, because I remember about 3.5, 4 years ago, this was what one of them I created. And this was a video we put out on social media that was like, how are we going to get their attention? Well, are you looking to live in this specific neighborhood? We have a house coming to the market. I was actually just going there to get some paper documents signed, and I had a tripod and I put it on the stairs, and I wanted to build a hype campaign. And so what this did was it generated conversations before the house came to the market. And the coming soon to Winnipeg.ca, that was a vanity URL that I purchased from GoDaddy that masked a landing page. It was a forms page where it said, do you want the information before it hits the market? Would you like to have the first opportunity to book a private showing? And so I would run an ad to this, and we would have, I don't know, I think this one we had about 60 or 70, forms filled out, because people did want to create something, but this was something, there was no listing. Okay. We didn't have anything yet, but it took 30 seconds to do, and it created conversations in real estate before this house came to the market. These are fun and easy ones, especially perhaps you are at the house already. It takes 20 seconds. Hi there. Interested to hear what's coming to the market? This beautiful house. Quick, easy, intriguing. Up next. Oh, this one, you know what? Every home has a story that deserves to be showcased. I'm going to skip through this one because I've updated the listing videos on another screen here. But like I was saying earlier, every home has a story that deserves to be showcased. It is so important that if you get into utilizing videos, okay, listing videos, that you do it for every single home. You do not want to be known as the realtor that picks and chooses which home gets showcased, because often the more value you bring to the table is why you're getting chosen. And right here, I get chosen all the time because of one of the things we bring to the table, and that's video. And if I was hired because of that, and then I told them, you know what, your house isn't good enough to be on camera, we're not going to do it. Do you think I would get hired again? Do you think they would tell their friends about the uniqueness and the value that comes with having us represent their homes? No. And you know what, for a few $100, give or take, you can create listing videos even for even less, but even more as well. But it's an investment. It's an investment in your business. If you look to build your video costs into your commission costs, that's how you cover this. Or perhaps you are part of a team, or you are part of a brokerage that maybe they have an in-house videographer. Maybe those are some conversations you could maybe have with your broker owner about bringing in an in-house videographer. No different idea there. Now, just about each and every year, I love going on a social media campaign where I showcase my 30 favorite places in 30 days. And this was a project that I started, that I was inspired to do about 5.5 years ago, might be 6 years ago now, where I wanted to get using my camera more often. And so I made a commitment on social media to say, hi, this is Jesse. I'm a realtor with Remax Executives, and I'm going to show you over the course of the next 30 days my favorite places in my neighborhood that I service. And so beginning with day one, so right from day one, if I had decided to do day 1 to day 5 and then skip day 7, 8, 9 and jump back on day 12, do you think that would earn any know, like, and trust with the viewers? No. Do you think it would show Jesse's not reliable? Yeah. So this, as fun as these are to showcase everybody and all the places that I love, it is also an opportunity for me to prove value as who I am as a human, that I stick to the commitments that I make, right? Now, 30 favorite places in 30 days. That seems like a lot. But if you actually write down on a list and you break it into, 6 days, if you jump in front of 5 places that you know, like, and love, and you shoot those 5 places a day, you can actually create content for 30 days and 6 days, and you just roll them out. But the thing that I love about this project, 30 favorite places in 30 days, and I'll show you the video here shortly, is it creates what's called a triangle of trust. Now hang with me here. A triangle of trust goes like so. Most of the places that I jump in front of during this campaign are local businesses, okay? I don't go inside them. I stand out front of them. Usually I know the owners, right? Just as I think a lot of us do as we are, prominent people in our community as well. We support local. We have lots of local conversations. So this has always been an exciting one, because what I do is I talk about their business, and usually it's 1.5 minutes long. I post that video on my business page. I tag that business that I just talked about. So now we got 2 pieces of the triangle, and it's called a triangle of trust. So I've created it, the businesses shared it, and now it's reached their audience. Okay. So now we got 3 sides. So this is how this works. It builds a triangle of trust that helps build your brand. Okay. So I create it. The Silver Heights restaurant shares it because they know me, they like me. And then there's an audience that loves the Silver Heights restaurant and trusts the Silver Heights restaurant. So now you begin to see you got 2 sides. Well, if the people who love Silver Heights restaurant see that they shared Jesse Peters, who they must love, well, therefore, if Silver Heights restaurant loves Jesse Peters and I love the Silver Heights restaurant, well, therefore, I should start to trust Jesse Peters. So they start following. So now you've got your triangle of trust. And here's one of the videos that I've created. I hope that made sense.
Oh, can you smell that? That's day 60. Goodness, we are standing in front of the Silver Heights restaurant, which made an appearance in the 1.0 version. Coming to you on day 16 of my 30 favorite places in Winnipeg. And here we are back in St. James in front of the Silver Heights Restaurant and Lounge. Because it has the best ribs in town, best family-run restaurant, that's why we're bringing it back in our 2.0 version. The Silver Heights Restaurant has been around for decades. And it's kind of like the Cheers out here in sunny St. James. They know your name, they know your meal order, they know your drink order, and you know what? They've got the best ribs in town. Literally, no fork needed, just go. They also support all the sports teams in the city. If you're going to the Bomber game, you're going to the Jets game, they'll take you down there. If you love karaoke, they host it here Wednesday night. How do I know? Just ask me. I might have belted out a song or 2 while I'm here. This family-run restaurant has been around for decades. The Sawicki family has been making people smile ear to ear for many years, not only with the food and the drinks and the service, but their support in this community. So if you're out this way, come stop by the Heights. Thank you so much for tuning in to day 16 of our 30 favorite places in 30 days. And I'm getting hungry, so we'll see you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. Stay social.
That's always a fun one. And what's interesting is there are some places that always stay on the list of your 30 favorite places. Now, one of the things that I love about the 30 favorite places in 30 days challenge is I really think everybody can do it. And if you take this concept and you apply it to your neighborhoods, or you're doing, 10 days leading to Christmas, or stuff around your celebrations, there's a lot of content that can be shared and a lot of opportunities to build that triangle of trust. You can do this on YouTube. You could do it on Twitter. You could do it on Facebook. You could do it on Instagram, Insta stories. Maybe someone could do it on TikTok. There's so many different platforms that you can get creative with when it comes to showcasing your neighborhoods. Now, some of you may be asking, like, why do you do it all the time? Well, guess what? My favorite places change. Maybe there's new local places that have come up that are some favorites of mine. That weren't around a year prior, or maybe there's some new parks or new developments. I think these are ways to create content that help us stay top of mind and deliver value in between listings. Now, Insta Stories is another amazing way to stay top of mind. Insta Stories is kind of like is a channel on your Instagram profiles that is kind of like personal vlogging, storytelling, creative storytelling. And I've been utilizing this form of video journaling, one would call it, to showcase my life beyond the obvious things, capturing moments. And I think this, with the amount of people that are on this platform now on Instagram stories, the attention's there. This is a great way to grab attention and kind of showcase a little bit more of you. And so that's what they want. So let's give them more. Here's some samples. Now here's what I'm doing, folks. I'm sharing some of these ideas and stuff that I've executed on to help inspire you to create your content. And if you want to use the 30 favorite places in 30 days concept, do it. You want to showcase some of these fun things, do it. Let it inspire you to get creative. Here we go.
A friend of mine has a little slogan or saying. She says, love where you live. And it's one of those moments tonight where I love where I live. Why don't I show you? I come out and sit on my fence and kind of take in the fresh air. It's very nice. Check really surprised at the amount of birds that are in the area. I hope you love where you live and you have those places where you can find a little piece of your own serenity. Today, this is mine. To you.
So that is one of the clips where kind of there's a lot of what I put out in terms of creative content is big, is personality, is energy. But guess what? That's not Jesse all the time. And I think it's important for people to see that, realize that, and recognize that. And this is one of the ways I want to show it. And also show my home. You know, not necessarily what's in it, but everyone's home has a special, pulls at them in a special way. And this is one of the things that pulls at it for me. Now, in those moments of behind the scenes, you also begin to learn a little bit more about what I like, what I do. I like to wear kicks all the time. You know, I was a big Sons of Anarchy fan. If you looked at my hoodie, right? There's different sides to Jesse. So this type of platform allows us that. And guess what, my friends? Everything you're seeing here was created on this device and edited on this device. And if you want to know how to do that, next week, we're going to have the mobile workshop. But let's keep these fun ideas going here. Doesn't have to all be quiet. Here's a little bit of a...
Okay, I got something I've been working on. All right? Teleporting. I'm up here on like the 33rd floor, and I got to get to my Starbucks really quick. So I'm going to try to do something that's never been performed on Instagram before. And if I don't make it back, I love you all. Damn. Instant teleporting. 3, 2, 1. It worked! Oh, but there's a line here in Starbucks. All right.
So the great thing here is once you begin to understand the techniques of how to create stories on video, you'll have an idea and you can figure out where do I need to cut, where do I need to trim, how can I help people, bring a smile to their face. And this is another avenue of connecting. If you can make people smile or laugh, you connect more than
oh my gosh, more than, I don't know, even just giving them a high five. Now, the last one here is another one that I've been doing a gym journey journaling, and it was a daily challenge that I've been putting on Insta stories.
Hey, it's hump day. What are you up to? What's going on, friends? How's it going? It's Wednesday afternoon. We've done a home inspection, 2 coffee meetings, a listing appointment, and well, whoop, gym time. Week 14, workout 3 is about to begin. My zone madness. It's good. It's good. It's good. So we're keeping Gym Journal going. We are on the journey to hit 15 workouts this month. So yeah, workout 3. Let's do this. Well, that's a wrap.
So those things there, my friends, are opportunities that show behind the scenes as well. Often I do talk about what's going on with work, but also giving people an inside peek to what I do, because it lays out opportunities to connect with like-minded people, again, building know, like, and trust. Now, some other ideas that you can do, you can start bringing unique insights to your I don't know, to your communities, to your audiences. And what I like doing here is I have a love for my community and my city, in case you haven't been able to tell. And the things that I love storytelling about, are the places that Google can't find when they search Winnipeg. And now I'm not going to show this one right here, but I want to talk to you a little bit more about it, because what the conversations that come from this aren't only from people in Winnipeg, but they're also, all this content creates conversations amongst realtors. Because guess what? We are all watching. We are on our devices. We are on Facebook. We are on social media. And we also have clients who are looking for homes in other countries, in other provinces, in other states. And part of our job is, if we can't service our clients in an area that they're going to, we want to be able to find the best person for them that can help them, right? And that's the great thing about the RE/MAX network, is we're all pretty well like-minded individuals. How we care for our clients, how we connect with people. And the unique perspective here is, if I watch other realtors, I watch how they showcase their communities, how they connect, and how they tell stories. Are they funny? What are their passions? What are their interests? And by me watching them online, I start to figure out if someone is moving to Malta. Okay, if someone from Winnipeg is moving to Malta, well, guess who I'm talking to first? I'm calling up Jeff, because not only I've had the opportunity to see Jeff online delivering value to his neighborhoods and to his realtors as the owner of the region. Say, Jeff, I've got these clients coming from Winnipeg. Here's what's up. Can you help point them in the right direction? Because Jeff's been able to build know, like, and trust, not only with his community and his realtors, but with me, because he's creating valuable content, and I want to connect with a like-minded individual doing the same thing, right? So think about it. The more we showcase who we are, the more us realtors are watching. So then say you have someone coming to Winnipeg and says, wow, they love hockey. They have kids. They want to be in the south part of Winnipeg. Oh, you know what? I think that's Jesse. He loves hockey. He's a parent. I'm pretty sure he lives in the south. Let me connect the two. You wouldn't know that if you weren't watching my storytelling. So these are other ways to stay top of mind, not only for buyers and sellers in your local community, but staying top of mind for our network, our real estate industry. Now, the best gold here is client testimonials. You can't script this stuff, my friends. Okay? And most often when we are sitting down at the table, you know, about to sign documents or celebrate, and now granted, hey, they're not all celebration moments. Usually we have this device on us. And well, capturing these real moments here is pretty exciting. And you know, when we talk about client testimonials, you may be thinking, oh, let's get them talking about us so that they can promote us. And you may think, well, that's why you're recording it. And you know, that's not the case. I lead off with my clients to say, listen, do you mind if I ask you 3 questions? The first question is, what just happened? Who did you use? And what can you pay forward here? Right? Or what can you share about this experience? And I say to them, I want to capture this moment for you so that 5 years, 10 years down the road, you will have this memory in your camera roll. You will have this memory in your social feed about this major life event. And that's real estate. And that's selling this home. And so here was just an idea where I said, hey, do you mind if I capture what's about to happen here?
Okay, so we're doing a socially sold celebration. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, guys, you just sold your place, right?
We did.
You are correct.
Who did you use?
Jesse Peters.
Social savvy maniac.
Okay, so how long was your home on the market?
6 days.
And did you guys just get multiple offers?
Multiple
Did.
offers.
And sold for over asking?
Yes, we did.
Bam! That's what it's all about! Now let's pop some champagne!
Oh,
Hey! Congratulations, and folks, thanks again for using me as your realtor. Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
How was the process?
Fantastic.
people have got to use you because this was quick and painless, and you did a fantastic job for us, and we are over the moon. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Not scripted, caught in the moment. And you know, you ask them after you shoot that, you put it together and you send it over to them, and then you say, hey, do you mind if I share that on my social media? And they're like, yeah, go for it. We've already shared it on ours. So again, you have an opportunity to reach new audiences by delivering value. And this emotional connection and building know, like, and trust happens 100 times more when you're able to deliver it through video. And again, I want to emphasize that the camera's right in your phone that's right beside you. You just have to start getting comfortable asking. Now, maybe I should have shown this earlier, but guess what? Here's chapter 1. All right. This is where it all started. Okay, I've talked in theory. I'm stripping it down. Here's Jesse at chapter 1. I gotta watch this one every once in a while. It reminds me that I have grown, and you will have a chapter 1 the first time you jump in front of a video camera.
Hi there. I'm Jesse Peters, your social savvy realtor with Remax Executives Realty. Let me take a moment to say thanks for visiting my page. I realize that in today's world of websites and social media, your options are limitless. And
Whoa, Jesse. Oh, Jesse. I'll tell you this. I had a stack of textbooks. I had an iPad. I leaned the iPad up to it, and the iPad had a notes app on it. And so I typed in everything I was going to say on that notes app. And I just read it, and I read it, and I read it. I think I did it like 93 times till I can get it figured out, because I didn't know how to edit. I didn't know how to trim. I just was like, oh, I got to get it perfect the whole time. Man, if I could go back to Jesse's back then and say, just talk for 5 seconds, we'll piece it all together in editing, would have saved myself a lot of time. But there was quiet talking, but I knew I had to deliver value, wanted to deliver value when you visited my website through video, because I knew how to do that. So that was my chapter 1, folks. Quite a bit different, but that's where I started. And sometimes it's fun to look back on those videos when I feel like I've hit a creative roadblock, and it's a reminder to be like, oh, wow, I have come come a long way. So here's the secret sauce to getting comfortable in front of camera, because now we've talked about why video, types of video. I'm going to pep talk you on how to get comfortable in front of camera, and then we're going to talk about listing video magic that you're going to be in. It all happens in layers, okay, my friends? So what I want you to do, first things first, is you got to listen to the voice that's in your head and in your heart, not your tummy, okay? That voice will lead you in a direction where usually, more often than not, it doesn't steer you wrong, okay? If it's saying to you, talk with big arms, smile, get excited, tell a joke in front of the camera, you know, those are things that will that guide you in a way that's going to create positive results. Okay. If the voice inside you is saying deliver a listing video this way, and you're like, oh, no one's ever done it that way before, trust your gut to go with it. That helps push you beyond the boundaries of the box that our real estate industry has kept us in for so long. Now is the time to go beyond the box. Trust the voice. Trust your instincts. Right? Number 2, my friends, clearly I didn't. You shouldn't either. Do not worry about your appearance. People already know what you look like. They already know what you sound like. What they want from you is insight, value, well, and to be entertained along those ways. If you do two of those 3 in every video, you're golden. Okay? If your hair's not all done up properly, or if your eyebrows aren't on point, don't worry about it. Okay? Here's the thing. When it comes to video, I want you to think about it this way. If someone called you up and said, hi, let's meet for coffee, I want to talk about selling my house, and you've never met them before, there's probably a good chance you're going to go meet them for coffee and learn about it. Would you ever stay in your office or in that parking lot and not go on because you didn't like how you looked that day? No, because it's opportunity. Video presents itself the same way. Every time you get in front of the camera, you have an opportunity to build know, like, and trust for them to say, can you help me with my real estate? And you're going to say, yeah, I sure can. But if you didn't get in front of the camera because you were worried about how you looked, you would never have had that opportunity. And I know it's not easy. I think about this all the time too. But when I look at what comes from jumping in front of the camera, you know, being part of my community, helping others, that way outweighs my double chin and my nasal voice. Okay? So don't let your appearance hold you up. We all have imperfections. All right?
Hey, Jesse. I have a few questions for you, actually.
Sounds good.
Perfect. So actually, one of them was in response to the client testimonial video that you showed.
Yep.
They were wondering how you put you and them at the same time would sound if you weren't physically there.
Repeat the question again.
Were you, when in that video that you showed us with the client testimonial, were you in the same room as them?
Yes, I was sitting at the table. So
Okay.
so that was shot like a couple years ago.
Okay. So what would you suggest? Because it might not be the case that you can be in the same room with your clients because of social distancing. Is it possible to add, like, how would you shoot a client testimonial video if you weren't able to be in the same room as them?
I would use a Zoom, a FaceTime application that would allow that, where I can also screen record and have the same conversations, right? All of this technology, and I'm going to show you a little bit later on how you can use screen recordings for video tours, but it's the same way for screen recording a FaceTime call. If I jumped on Zoom here, there's the option to record this session. It'd be the same thing. Jump on Zoom, allow the screen record to happen, and ask those same 3 questions.
Perfect. Great. Thanks so much. Because I think that we have someone asking who has quite a bit of experience, and she would love to shoot client testimonial videos from past clients that she's had a while back. But in terms of going to their house and doing it in person, it might be a little bit more of an effort. But I think this is a great workaround solution.
Yep, absolutely.
And then the other question I had was about how you add scrolling captions to videos. And I guess this person means like just regular captions that sort of are like closed captioning.
Yep. Closed captions. It's a bit of a process, but what we do is I go to rev.com, rev.com. I upload the video that we're using, and a caption file gets created by that company. It's $1 a minute, and then I embed it onto my video in creation. But you also have the opportunity to add that file when you upload it onto Facebook, and then the captions come right on top of the video. And I do that for every video.
Yeah, that's really great. I think it's like super important to add those captions because a lot of people are listening without the sound.
Correct.
But I think you might be talking about that a little bit more and going into more of the technical aspect next week, right?
Yeah, you know what? With the mobile video workshop, we'll be talking a little bit more about those details, a little bit deeper on the how-tos. Easy questions though, but if those questions come in too, Haley, hey, we want to learn a little bit more about this or a little bit more about that, I can add in perhaps some how-tos or some different slides on how to execute that.
Awesome. Cool. Great. Thanks so much.
Yep, no problem. So again, we're jumping too far ahead here. Here we go. When you are in front of camera, focus on being you. You only figure out you by doing you and seeing how you deliver, how things go. As you can see, there's a difference in me from chapter 1 to chapter 20. Okay, but I'm not trying to be someone else. I was inspired, with energies and other things to how I wanted to be on camera. But by doing it all the time, this is what's come out of this. Don't try to be Jesse in front of the camera. Okay? The world might explode if there's more than one of us. But if you are more reserved, more conservative, or however you want to take it, that's more of your nature, do that. That's okay. You will attract the like-minded audience too that wants to connect with people that way. Anytime you're in front of the camera, especially when it comes to community and listing videos, you want to deliver value and insight that they can't find on Google. And as realtors in our neighborhoods, we know the ins and outs. We know the cost per meter. We know, what new developments are coming that the search engines can't provide. We know more of the market stats numbers on when's a good time to buy, when's a good time to sell. That's what they need from us. And when you're in front of the camera, I want you to keep it simple. It can get really intimidating if you think you are talking to 1,000 people. Just right now, it'd be pretty intimidating if I thought, oh my gosh, there's a couple hundred people here, or 1,000 people, or 10 people. I strip it down to this is a one-to-one conversation. You're on the other side of this camera, and I just want to utilize this technology to connect with you. And what I mean by creating conversation, often I mean is asking yes/no questions. Are you looking for a home? Have you thought about this area? Are you at this stage of life? Yes/no questions, creating conversation helps pre-qualify people. They may say yes, they keep watching. They may say no, and they'll say in their mind, thank you for not wasting my time. I will continue on. But you got to practice, folks. You're not going to be a one-hit wonder here. You got to practice. If you looked at my camera roll, there's probably 40,000 video clips that never made it out. You only see what I choose to put out, but you don't get great at something if you're not always trying to improve your skills. Okay, you got to start somewhere. Chapter 1, and remember, it's progress. I can look at every single video and find something That's not perfect. But you know what? That's not going to stop me from moving up, from delivering the value that my clients need and want. And please, people, smile. Smile when you deliver the goodness. Smile when you are delivering value. Smile in front of the camera. It draws more attention. It keeps people engaged longer. And guess what? Smiling doesn't come easy. Okay? You got to work on it. You got to work on talking and smiling. Okay? I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited to be here. See how that changed just by pushing these muscles up? Work on smiling. A lot of times it doesn't come naturally, all right? But the more we smile, the more we deliver goodness, the more people want to see positivity, okay? Smile is a great, simple way to do it. And remember, don't create videos to try to get 100,000 views, 10,000 views, 1,000 views. Create video so that you are talking to a specific audience, and if you get one view, guess what? It's better than none. And that one view, that one person, maybe that's all that needed to see it. Don't get caught up in the numbers game, okay? Get caught up in delivering the value. I've had some videos that have had 20 views, and I've had videos that have had 20, 30,000 views. The goodness comes when you are able to deliver a micro message to that one person. And you just got to get doing it. So here's where we come. We're just over, we got about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. We're going to talk about listing videos. Okay. A lot of you are shooting listing videos. Some of you are wanting to shoot listing videos. And here's what I'm going to showcase to you from doing listing videos for 6 years. The tips, tricks, and insights from me in a social media world and the things I've learned along the way. All right. This is going to help not only build know, like, and trust for you, for Remax, but it's also going to help our clients' homes be seen and showcased in a unique and engaging way that's never been done before. Now, I say never been done before. It's happening here in North America. It hasn't made its presence the way it has here in North America in Europe yet. You have the opportunity to blaze the trail, right? I'm from the future. I'm telling you what's coming your way. And if you aren't going to do it, I'm going to come over there and do it. Which region's going to hire me? I'm going to come sell homes in your region if you're not going to do it. Trust me. The opportunity is here for you, my friends. I've seen it happen all over the world. So before we get rolling, here's a listing video we shot last week. Here's a little sample of what we're currently creating. Now, usually I'm in a team of 2 or 3 and we're all in camera, but guess what? Social distance, one person here. And here's one of our latest creations that I hope inspires you, entertains you, and engages with you. Here's a sample.
Sunny days, we're getting social savvy in St. James. Yes, spring is here. So is the spring housing market in Winnipeg. Come walk with me. We've got our latest social savvy listing right behind me. It's a bungalow. It's gorgeous in the heart of Westwood. So if those things have check marks beside them on your house hunting list, go on inside and fall in love. Let's start with number 3. The classic details of this bungalow. Over 1,100 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, hardwood floors, big front window. I just love that. And as we kind of roll through, we've got a dining area. I would even maybe look to open those doors a little bit more out to the backyard. And we come and see this U-shaped kitchen. Plenty of space, plenty of opportunity to put those modern flares to it. And I love having a window in the kitchen overlooking the backyard. Is it eat-in? It sure is. Now go check out those bedrooms.
So, my friends, that is a little something on how we get started with our homes. We ask questions. Are you looking for? Have you thought of? Are you looking in this neighborhood? Why, yes, I am. Then go on inside and enjoy. And that's one of the ones we did that was, here are our top 3 things that you're going to love about this home. Okay. So what I want you to remember is when you are in your listing video, you need to talk about the lifestyle that comes with that home, not just the details about what type of countertops, what type of flooring. You want to talk about a lifestyle that the new buyer will enjoy. And often what we lean on is we ask the sellers, what do you love about this home? What are some of your favorite things that you enjoyed when you first moved in? And they can give you, I just love having the kids sit around this island, or this is a great place, for movie night, or, just little different ideas that maybe you hadn't thought about. Okay. We connect more with people. People can build more emotional connection to a house when they can imagine their life being there. So help them think about what life will be like in that property. Number 2, when you are in front of the camera, you need to add movement in 3 different ways to help keep people engaged. One is with verbal direction. Now go check out. Now go see the backyard. Now follow me. Okay, you see what I was doing there? Okay, using verbal direction and hand gestures, complementing what I am going to say. All open palmed, not closed, just more inviting. Okay, and foot movement's a big one, especially if you begin to have a videographer that shoots with you. You need to it's like a dance routine. Okay, I'm going to go here, you're going to go there to get the best view of this room on camera, but also when do I come in? You need to coordinate and synchronize your movements so that it has good flow. But also, if you do this, you will begin to make your time on site a lot shorter because you will have practiced where you're going to go. It's a little bit of less of a guessing game. Remember that trust your voice? This is an opportunity. Trusting that voice often leads to creativity. And it's okay, to try something new. And I often enjoy adding a creative flair to my listing videos. Not only I've shot hundreds of them, so it helps keep me on my toes, but guess what? These are talkable moments from the viewers who watch the home. And so this next video was a two bedroom, 2-bathroom condo. Pretty standard, not super exciting. How am I going to sell this? Well, I decided that the owner was a retired elementary school teacher. So chances are she was familiar with the creativity that I was about to use here. And here's an example.
We've got a treat for you, and we're going a little throwback. So keep watching. Today's video tour is brought to you by the letter G and the number 2. G for great location. G for good amenities. G, gorgeous layout. As well, today's Social Savvy Listing Tour is brought to you by the number 2. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2 balconies, unit number 207. And can you guess the list price? Starts with the 2. So thank you so much for checking out our unit here at 207-101 Swindon in Tuxedo Village. And you know the drill. Almo says, thank you so much for taking our tour. Stay social.
Oh, Jesse. Yeah, that was my Sesame Street tribute, brought to you by the letter G and the number 2. Guess what? We had about 6,000 plus views in 4 days. The video went viral in the neighborhoods that I showed it in. And I still remember just being out grocery shopping and someone asked to hear the Elmo. Right? And so it was an opportunity to start conversations beyond real estate as well. And my owner loved it. She was an elementary school teacher. She got it. Right? It shows the different ways to get creative to sell homes. It doesn't have to all just be one style, one way. Right? Now, the golden rule of real estate is if you buy the right home, the perfect home in the wrong neighborhood, chances are you're going to end up selling that home a few years down the road, right? The neighborhood is usually the number one factor when it comes to buying homes. It's got to be in the right neighborhood. And we as realtors often know so many things about the neighborhoods. So what should you be doing? Showcasing the neighborhoods as well in your listing videos. So what that can do is maybe you have a small home. There's not a lot to showcase in a video, but it's in a great neighborhood. Showcase the neighborhoods. Okay, my friends? There's so much value here and so many opportunities to build the triangle of trust. And you're like, what do you mean? Well, have a watch.
Now, with homes comes neighborhoods, and we are in River Heights, one of the most desirable neighborhoods in the city. Now, why don't we go check out the lifestyle you could have here if you call River Heights your home? Come. So here we are, just a couple blocks away from 409 Burbank Street on Academy Road. And as you can see, it's filled with independent boutique-style businesses, from restaurants to beauty spots to your local insurance to clothing stores and more. This is what you get when you call River Heights your own. Who says we got to save dessert for last? Come on down and check out Jenna Ray Cakes or follow them on Instagram. Every single dessert in here is going to make your mouth water.
So in that video, I go on to talk about 3 or 4 other businesses, local businesses. We had a bakery, we had a clothing store, we had 2 restaurants, and at each one of the spots, I talk about something I love from there. Okay, so it gives a little bit of a unique, in my opinion, you got to give this thing a try. But also what that did was every single business that I showcased in that video, I also tagged them in the listing video. So they got excited about their business being talked about in one of my videos. And so now that house gets seen in front of their audience. You see what I'm saying here? There's so many opportunities to leverage community, to build know, like, and trust, to think beyond the box of what we used to be like in the real estate industry. Now, the next one I have here is the power of team. I love utilizing and showcasing my team because you know what? I know I'm not for everybody, okay? But perhaps Addison is, or Christy is, or Jada is. Well, if you give them the opportunity to be in front of the camera, your audience gets to see them, their audience gets to see you. You build your brand more, but also what this does is it shows, hey, I want to work with the Jesse Peters team, but I want to work with Addison. No problem. Okay. It keeps the business in the team. And that's one of the big things I love about a team as well, is you have different personalities that attract different people. And here's a way that we do it on camera.
Hey, what's up, friends? I'm Jess. I'm Addie. And we're social savvy realtors at RE/MAX Executives. And Addie, I am super excited about our latest listing located right here in the heart of River Heights.
Same with me, Jess. You know, living here, growing up here, and also selling here, everyone loves the character and charm of River Heights, but always has the questions of the age of the home and also what updates have been done.
So, located right behind us is 138 Cordova. That's going to get you nodding.
So the great thing about that, again, is also when you put your team in front of the camera, you can leverage their insight about why they like it, about what they like. And it's a great opportunity. If you're going to go in front of camera with them, have a conversation with each other, just like you would in the office or behind the scenes. Gets it really relaxed. Again, helps keep users viewers engaged. And I have branding opportunity here, my friends. RE/MAX, yourselves, the more you're in front of the camera, the more you're building know, like, and trust, the more you're being top of mind. That is why I love having the opportunities to be in our listing videos. You're gonna be like, let the home do the talking. But guess what? The home has a shelf life. You don't. If you have the opportunity to build your marketing into the advertising for the home, that's the gold, baby. And as you can see, brand, this is where it is. Lots of smiles. Now, when you have your listing video, okay, there's a couple things I want you to technically think about here. You've created your video, you got to put it into a couple spots. So last week we talked about where you should put it for social media. This week, I just want to kind of give you a little bit of a checklist here on what you need to be thinking about when it comes to where I need to put it for real estate. So first things, we put all our listing videos onto our YouTube channel. Okay. Again, this gets linked up with Google, and Google is the largest search engine, while YouTube is the largest video search engine. And when you load your listing videos onto YouTube, you are coming ahead a lot of times ahead of paid advertisers that are wanting to show up on Google. Google knows that there's power in video, and so they are putting videos near the top. So here's a checklist. When you're loading things through, you may want to take a picture of this off the hop. When you upload, first things you want to do is create a title. As you can see, my title includes the address, the neighborhood that it's in, my team name, and my Remax brokerage. I never put the price in the title because that may change, right? I always don't want to have to think about, oh yeah, I have to change that or misrepresent it by not having the right price there. Next is the description. First things I'd love doing is the very first line before I even get into the house is for more details, please visit this website link where you can find the home. And if people are on their mobile device or they're looking on their laptops, in order for them to read the description, they have to click more. By having the website link there, that's the first thing that gets seen. They don't have to click more to open it up. Okay. The rest of your description, I take as well from what I put on social media and what I put in my MLS write-up, and I just copy paste it in here. Keywords. This is how we get found as well when people are searching. So as you can see, I have a variety of terms. One I used to forget a fair amount was putting the address as a keyword. Put your address as a keyword because people will type that address in on Google. Type your Remax in, type your name in, type in video marketing, type condos for sale in your neighborhood, type in the houses, type in all sorts of things, but please make it related to who you are as a business and your community, all right? Next things is the thumbnail. Please take note of what gets chosen for your first clip, okay? Or the thumbnail that goes on YouTube. For some odd reason, these video uploading machines often choose the toilet, the dishwasher, the laundry room, okay? Choosing your thumbnail is like the cover of a book. The more engaging it is, the more likely people are going to click on it, okay? And there are some great sites that allow you to create custom thumbnails. Canva.com is one that I use. And then playlists. We have all our listing videos go under our listing video playlist. So when people go to our YouTube channel and they want to know about what we have on the market, they type our playlist, they tap our playlist. If they want to know the real estate market numbers or see testimonials, there's different playlists for those. The more you can keep your channels organized, the better it is, my friends. The smoother the experience is. And when you create a playlist, they can see one listing video and then it automatically rolls to the next one and the next one and the next one. So whether they're looking for a home or they're trying to figure out if you're the right fit for them as they're selling realtor, they're going to get to see all your product. The next one that we do is we load it up onto our Facebook business page, which we talked about last week. And my friends, we also utilize, this is another area here, Let's Go Live 360 VR tours. Now, this is something that we've added in here, and I'm going to escape out of here because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go live and be like, okay, how can we virtually show what we're doing? How can we utilize the technology that we have if we can't be in front or we can't be out or we've got existing things going on? So this one kind of worked last time. We've got a handful of minutes here. We're going to keep it rolling. We're going to jump out. We're going to open up this where we're going to move this out of the way. All right. So first things first. Here is one of my, let's move this camera out of the way, landing page websites. Okay. It offers a 360 VR tour. where you can move around, you can explore, you can check the home out. We have our listing video, we have our write-up, we have our photos. Now there's a few things here that I want to jump into. And so what I love doing here is I love utilizing the power of screen record. And where are we here? Screen record. So the company named BombBomb is a company that I use for the screen recording, okay? And so what BombBomb allows me to do, okay, we've got a lot of things going on here at once. We start recording. So this is what we're talking about when we're setting up phone calls with people and we want to record or capture things. This here, okay, is what a little helpful tool can do. So we're already recording. We're going to switch camera mode. We're going to jump into our website, and here's what I can do right here for you. So come on in. You are going to love our latest Social Savvy listing. Walk with me through this tour. Here's what's up. Check out this gorgeous kitchen that, yes, does need some TLC, but it overlooks the backyard. And open.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
so sorry to interrupt you, but I'm looking at your presentation still.
Okay. Cool.
Maybe you're sharing the wrong screen if you have two screens going.
I got a lot of screens going. Maybe. Where are we here? Give me a second, Haley. We're going to close this up. What I'm going to do here. What I'm going to do here, folks, is I'm going to create a little presentation on the 360 VR and how to screen record it. It's going to be included in our workshop next week on mobile devices, how to do it, what to do, and then it'll also be sent out in our next workshop. I don't want to get caught up on the technical sides of things right now. Haley, does that sound good?
Yeah, no, that's totally fine. Also, we had a few questions. I don't know if now is a good time, or if you want to keep going, power
You know
through,
what?
and then we answer them at the end.
Yep, let's do that. Let's power through here.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so let's see what we got. So equipment needed, okay, we utilize 360 VR tours, okay, so that people can search as well through the homes that we have on the market from the comforts of their space. And all it takes is one person to go in the house, okay, and here is the equipment you need. You need a 360 camera. The one that I use is called the Ricoh Theta V. You need a monopod, which is a one-legged stand that holds the camera. A mobile device helps you shoot it. And then a 360 VR tour subscription. The one I use is Emo Viewer. There's also Matterport out there. And then to find a screen recording company that will allow you to capture yourself and the home tour. BombBomb.com is one of them. I think another one is called Loom. Zoom can do it as well. And again, like I say, I'm going to build this portion into next week's workshop. So, my friends, here's a little bit of the magic that happens. The proof is in the pudding. Okay. When you shoot listing videos, when you do everything possible to help your clients' homes be seen, showcased, and sold, you deliver what they need. It's more than marketing. Not only videos, social, photos, 360 VR, but you also have to have that home, staged right, decluttered, depersonalized. But the biggest thing is also pricing. Okay, you have to know the numbers. And when you can put all those ingredients together and deliver value, you are going to deliver results that will beat the market. And here's something right here. Average day on market for our team or for our city is in Winnipeg. Since 2014, 40 days, 45, 41, 44, 45. And our sales on our properties started in 2014 at 27, 22, 16, 21, 22, and 17 days on market. We are selling our homes in half the time. So you are saving your clients money because we're doing everything to get it out faster. And if you could deliver the goods faster, more people are seeing it and making that buying or selling decision quicker. Okay. And I keep track of the stats on every single property. How many views, how many days on market, where did it go? I've got a full spreadsheet, and I keep track of that spreadsheet so that I can leverage this in my conversations about why you should utilize us as your team to help you, because the proof is in the pudding. All of this delivering value is to help our clients during the most important or one of the most important major life events, and that's buying or selling real estate. And the more we can do this, the more we can help clients through this, we build know, like, and trust. The more we put ourselves on camera, we build know, like, and trust. Embrace this journey, my friends. It is a journey, trust me, with ups and downs. But if you can deliver through consistency, that is the magic, right? It's like eating. You don't end up not even thinking about it. You just know you need to be creating. So, my friends, if you're wanting more of the listing video package here, some of the keynote slides that I've included, check out this unique URL, Level Up Listing Videos. Fill in the form, and I'll get those details out to you right away. And if you are wanting to be part of the RE/MAX video community, go check out remaxplay.com. We are adding more and more members into our group. It is a group of RE/MAXers. I think we're almost at 8,000 who love video, who want to learn about video, who know they got to get started. And there's so many great questions and examples and inspirations in there. We highly encourage you to join that. And I know some of you have requested to get in. You got to fill out the 3 questions in order to get in. And I'm one of the admins, so I'm playing catch up. Everyone's going to get in if you filled out the questions. And my friends, show me what you're doing. Thank you so much for your time.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Jesse. That was really great. I'm sure we'll be able to get the tech working for the listing tour for next week. And I know that this is a really important topic, especially post-COVID, because we need to be able to show show listings, even though we are not maybe allowed to do it in person. I do have a few questions. I know we have a few extra minutes. So one of them was about that Sesame Street video. You said that you had 6,000 views in 4 days. The person was specifically asking how many followers you have, but I actually was also wondering, did you do paid advertising to get that many views, or was it organic?
The first, we did 2 campaigns. So the 6,000 views came off organic. Okay.
Wow.
I tagged my team in it. I tagged the owners. Then the owners' kids shared it. So she had 4 kids. So that's shareable content that gets reached out. It was something funny and engaging. We released it in an evening. So when more people were kind of relaxed after an 8:30 at night, it gets more views. We also in our write-up say, hey, if you like this, share it, right? We also do paid advertising for those ads as well, and that had a whole other set of views.
Right.
Most of our properties, though, we do have an organic campaign, and we do have a paid campaign.
Okay, awesome. Thanks for clarifying on that. We had a question that was about properties that probably need to be renovated, or but maybe the owner doesn't have enough money to do the renovations. Mm-hmm. How do you work around this when you're doing a listing video for those properties?
I talk about it. Say the last video I just showed you, the top 3 things, right? Walking into that kitchen, I said, great layout, opportunity to put your own modern touches on it. You tell them, you don't hide it. You say, hey, here's an opportunity that you're going to love. If you are the type of person who wants to put your finishing touches on it, or you want an opportunity where if you put some money in here, it can make a positive investment down the road, this is it. And let me tell you why. I don't think it's something that you hide. Okay. You say, here's what's up. Here's what's going on. Here's an opportunity for you.
Amazing. Thank you. You were showing us your landing page before. How can our agents over here create a simple landing page?
Well, I'm not exactly sure what Remax Europe offers for their landing pages. I know Remax LLC over here offers single page property websites for their listings that get synced up. I also utilize, because I like creative control. Surprise, surprise. I also use Squarespace to create these those landing page websites where I put all the content on one page there. It's very relatively easy platform to use, kind of a plug and play. But the Remax provides lots of opportunities. I know over here as well for single property websites. Yeah.
I can also add to that. I used Squarespace for my first website that I created, but since then I've also used Wix. It's Wix, and that I've found it's a different user interface, but it's also was very easy for me to add a lot of video specifically to it. So that's another tip for that person who asked that question. We got a question about tagging in your videos. So how do you decide who to tag in the video? And maybe I guess this person was also asking about hashtags. How do you decide that?
Yeah, so before I used to tag like all friends of the house. I used to try to tag up to 25, 30 people. and then Facebook said, that's kind of like spam. You shouldn't be doing that. So for the last couple of years, I've been just tagging myself, my team, the owners, my videographer. If my stager's in there, I tag her, right? And then I encourage the homeowners to share it with the people that they know.
Okay. Amazing. Perfect. And then I guess before you were talking about statistics that you were getting on your videos, were you using, does BombBomb allow you to view statistics in your videos?
Can you reword the question a little differently?
Sure. And maybe Alexandra, because she was the one who was asking it. You were asking about statistics. Alexandra, if you're still logged in, what statistics were you referring to in your question? Because then maybe we can figure out how to answer you best.
So BombBomb, I only really utilize for one-to-one video emails. We've started to because I still create listing videos. I don't have to put out a screen record via BombBomb of our listings. I can still, because we're in an area where we can go outside and actually be in and around homes, unlike some others. So I'm not sure what number. Yeah, hit us up. We'll try to answer more of those questions if it's in an email or a WhatsApp later on.
Yeah, awesome. Oh, she just wrote back. So she was asking. Wait, you mentioned before that you are monitoring the performance of your videos, and she wanted to know how you are monitoring the performance.
Oh, okay. So we keep track of all our stats, right? So what I do is say we have a house at 123 Main Street. Where do I have that video? So we have that video on YouTube. We have the video on Instagram. We have that video on our MLS system. We have that video on Facebook. Okay. And then what I do is when that home sells, or every week when we're putting our stats numbers together for our buyer, or for our sellers, we check where the numbers are at. each one. So when the house sells, we then go to the YouTube channel and say, okay, it had 700 views here. On Facebook, it had this many views here. And we build our views that way. And then we just fill in what it was bought for, what it was listed at, how quick it happened. So we keep track of all those numbers. But I keep track of the numbers on each platform that I put it on.
Okay, amazing. Well, that was really great. Perfect. She's thanking you for that. We don't have any new questions. I know that now, since we're reopening in a lot of our regions, I'm gonna make sure that we don't go over time in case anybody has any meetings that they need to get to. But Jessie, I wanted to thank you again so much for taking the time to share your experience with us and all of your techniques and strategies. Always really, really great. Like you said, you're from the future, especially when it comes to social selling. So you guys take advice from someone who is coming from the future and try it out. Remember, like, as Jessie was saying, you have to start somewhere. It might not be exactly the way you want it in the very beginning, but it does take some time. I also know that from personal experience. When I first started making videos for my Instagram channel, I was also had to reshoot the videos at least 5 or 10 times. But keep in mind, I do want you guys to keep in mind, if there's something that you miss, if you fumble a little bit, it just helps people connect with you. Nobody is perfect. And if you're showing a little bit of who you are, that's even better. So anyway, thank you so much, Jessie. To everybody who is still tuned in, we have a session from Nathan Dart on Wednesday that is specifically targeting broker owner topics. So if you're interested, if you're a broker owner and you're interested in learning about how to recruit a post-COVID world, be sure to tune in. For Jessie's next session, be sure to tune in next Monday, same time, same place, different link. But you can definitely head over to the VMAX website. We do have a new website in case you guys didn't notice yet, so you can head over there in any case to check it out. Register for Jessie's next session. Jessie, we're going to be talking in your next session about all the technical goodies and doing a bit of a deep dive into all of your apps and all of that good stuff, right?
Yeah, a little bit more how to execute. We've talked about listing videos. We've talked about social media. Now we're going to dive a little bit more into the ways on how to execute from your mobile device. Just creating some tips, tricks, some of the apps I use. Just a little bit more diving in, a little more hands-on, so you can get out and start creating right away.
Awesome. I love it. And I'm always looking forward to those sessions in particular because it gives, I always find something that I learn as well. So looking forward to seeing you next Monday, and all of you who have joined today, see you again on Monday as well. All right, everybody, take care.
See you later.